Is it time for recess yet? I'm so glad you found time to join us here on the Childcare Director's Chair, where Erica Sacoccio shares her best practices that she's refined through her passion of directing childcare centers over the last 23 years. From parenting interaction, systems to save you time, money, and stress, to profitability. She shares it all from the Childcare Director's Chair.
Breaking news.
Hey guys, welcome to In the News, another episode from the Childcare Director's Chair podcast. And we're so happy you are here today. Before we hop into it, as always, I'd like to thank my listeners from Mississippi, California, Maryland, Maine, Rhode Island, New York, Texas, Quebec, Georgia, Michigan, and Mass. And of course, no matter where you're listening from, no matter all over the globe, we appreciate your support so very much. You to come join, be part of our community of inspiring and passionate ECE leaders, where we discuss, reflect, and learn the best ways to invest in our children, our staff, our communities, and our families, because we know, after all, they are the heartbeat of any successful program. And with that being said, I would love to share this article that I just found in the Columbus Dispatch, and it was released today. And it says, Franklin County's closed downtown jail to become a child care and learning center. And it's written by Bill Bush of the Columbus Dispatch. And today is June 24th, and I know that this episode is going to release a few days after that. I think it's going to be released on Friday, so it's 2 days. It'll be 2 days old by the time you hear it. So, I mean, I guess it's not super recent, but close enough. So I thought it was an interesting concept and a great way to revitalize space that's already being used, a great way to support the community. And this is a pretty expensive and large project for sure. So I'll read a little bit of the article. It says, the now closed Franklin County Jail in downtown Columbus is on its way to be raised and transformed into a child care and early learning facility, a transition and transformation that county officials believe may be the first in the nation. The Franklin County Commission has voted on Tuesday to approve a $1.39 million design contract to begin the process of turning the shuttered locked up adjacent to the Franklin County Court complex on the southeast corner of Mound and Front Streets into a 400-plus child care center for county and city employees, as well as the general public and parents who have to appear in court. So they're using this as almost like a three-prong approach, which I think is pretty innovative, to be honest. So it's a great benefit for their city employees and their county employees. I mean, we talk about benefits, and I'm sure that the employees probably will have some type of a reduced tuition, but even having on-site childcare, which I think a lot of folks, a lot of businesses, and a lot of cities are really going to look at doing this model. What does that mean for us? Well, I mean, again, we're the experts. Whether we're going to work in these types of programs or going to run these type of programs, they're going to want to partner with educators who have been in the field a long time. So don't get all nervous about it. Right? Think about, could this be an opportunity? They're also opening it up to the general public, which would be good, especially if they're in an area where there isn't a lot of childcare space. And when you talk about numbers like 400 children, that certainly means you probably are going to be able to do childcare at a pretty affordable rate because of just the sheer number of children that you'll be serving. No, I'm not sure where they're going to find staff for 400 children in such a small proximity, but, you know, who knows? Again, maybe it's opportunity for those of us who are currently in the field. I love that they made the distinction between a child care center and an early learning program. So they have a child care center, which would be specifically care for children during certain periods of the day. So it could be a parent has to come in for court. The child can come to court with the parent, go into safe child care while the parent goes to court, and then takes the child back home with them. So, care. And then they also will have a educational aspect program where, again, the general public can get. It doesn't really indicate whether it's infant toddler pre-K, but I would say with those numbers, I'm going to go with they're probably going to offer all age groups. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. There is no other county in the country that has a demolished jail and made it a child care center. And that's probably very true. So I think that it's a very interesting concept. And it says one of the things that made this come to mind with this new facility was to include a classroom acting as though it is a drop-in care for people who must appear in the Franklin County Municipal and Common Pleas Court. And they quote, because a lot of people do miss court because of lack of childcare. So that's not really going to be the thing that sustains a program, obviously. But there's about 300 of the openings could be filled by children of the county, city employees, as well as first responders, while the remainder would be open for the general public. And this center is huge. The center would be somewhere around 50,000 square feet on 3 levels, of about 16,700 square feet each, with an entrance aligned with and connected to the government center. So, and an outdoor play space of about 18,000 square feet. So pretty big. 85 parking spots, a loading dock. This is a big endeavor. So it's going to be really interesting to see how well this goes. In addition, they also will have, looks like there are also some other services that may be available in this building. So long story short is cities are getting creative with how they are helping close this gap for families, starting with their very own employees. So I think I'm going to say we commend you. I think it's a great idea. And for those of you looking for new opportunities, looking for additional sources of revenue, this could be an idea that you can bring to your city or town. If they are looking to expand to have childcare services for their employees and first responders, maybe there is a city building that isn't being used that you could go in partnership with the city, convert that to a childcare center in which you run and operate. So, no doors are closed. So be innovative and go for it. Don't be afraid. We keep talking about how the industry is in flux. It is. And so with great losses also come great gains. So I'd love to hear from all of you about what you think about this idea and concept, and is it one that would fly in your state? So that's it for today's In the News. I wanted to say it is summer and I am loving getting out to meet all of you. I will be at a few conferences. I also will be heading out to a few childcare centers, and I would love yours to be on that list. So if you are interested in having me come to your center and provide a fun, engaging workshop for your team, I would love to do that. So text me in the show notes or send me an email. I'll put both in the show notes below, and let's connect. I would love to do that. And again, remember, it is the small details that make a big impact on the success of your childcare business. And as always, have a great day.
Well, all the cute little kiddos have been picked up and it's time to go home. And that'll do it for another episode of the Childcare Director's Chair. Please leave a review so Erica knows the information is helping you to manage and improve your childcare centers. Remember to subscribe to get the latest episode from Erica's Childcare Director's Chair.